request our chief guest for the day, Dr. Prateep V. Philip, IPS, to come forward and address the gathering.
Great morning, everybody. I thought I said great morning. Everybody together, great morning. I think everybody didn't join together. Everybody, including those on the stage, great morning.
Great morning.
Thank you. Respected Chancellor of the Vellore Institute of Technology, Dr. G. Vishwanathan, the Vice President, Dr. G.V. Selvam, the Editor-in-Chief of the Weekend Leader, Vinod, the awardee and the hero of the day, Mr. Jokin, or is it Joking Arbudam. Other distinguished invitees on and off the stage, ladies and gentlemen, and above all, the large number of students who constitute the majority of this audience. It's everybody from a common citizen to constable, whatever they did beyond the call of duty for others, that was recognized. With a large check like this, they did not have money, but they were recognized as goodness billionaires. So this kind of spirit needs to go around and light fires and build that passion which Vinod talked about. I'm very glad that this young journalist has not trod the beaten path of, the old dictum that guides journalism, that when a dog bites a man, it's not news, but only when a man bites a dog, it is news. But he has trodden a different path of highlighting the good work of what he calls unsung heroes. Today, of course, it's not an unsung hero, but a sung hero, or a singing and joking hero that he has highlighted. And it's truly an inspiration. As I recently wrote, for every day I write Philippisms, which means not a pun on my name, Philip, but Phillipism, a word I coined, which means a motivational saying to inspire people. Every human being should have 3 plans: an exist plan to survive, an excel plan to thrive, and an exit plan to live forever, to leave a legacy forever. And that is why the students here, so that they get a qualification from one of the best institutions in the country and this part of the world, so that they will be able to survive. But life is not just the story of a man looking for bread and butter, but it is also about excelling. And for excelling, what does not even need qualifications, as the awardee today has proved, you just need to have a passion for excellence. And this is what has led me over the last 10 years to think deeply and come out with a single concept. See, my strength is I conceptualize things. I take an idea and build it into a concept which can be in a billion hearts and minds. And that led me to create the Friends of Police movement in the year 1993 and have it extended across the state. And today it is the only available blueprint for community policing on the net. Coincidentally, last week, as a founder member of the National Police Mission, I presented a paper on community policing in slums. And it is serendipity, or God's will, that I should meet a person who has actually practiced community policing in slums, not just in Mumbai, but in different nations. And I am planning to get a lot of his domain expertise in this field. So Exenomics is a new concept that I came out, which means that it is a reinvention of management and education and economics. For 60 years, the country has tried to develop economically. Yes, we have improved socially and economically, but there is still a lot wanting in education as well as in development. And that is why this concept called Exenomics, the root is EXCE, which is the root of excellence. Excellence is nothing but continual improvement. Instead of one person excelling here and there, one Arbudam excelling, we must have the vast billions of our population. Every one of us is capable of developing this passion for excellence. As a student, I found the teachers were only encouraging the front runners, the ones who were excelling already in various papers and exam subjects. But the attitude of educationists should be to develop that passion for improvement, continual improvement and learning in every student. Every student is excellent in at least one dimension of life. It may be a particularly talent. It may be a particular ability. It may be a particular skill. It may be in leadership. But that talent should be identified while in an institution like this and developed to its logical extent, the fullest extent possible during the period of stay. So that student will be given more and more opportunities and time and space to develop that particular expertise. And this subject is called economics, the only subject in the history of education, ideas and time and space which studies excellence in all its dimensions, all-round dimensions. Today, Mr. Arbudam may feel a little deficient when he thinks, I am not qualified, I did not go to school. But under economics, a person like him or like Sachin Tendulkar will be helped to evolve what led them to achieve what they did with little going for them by translating it into a process which can inspire me in policing, you in education, and somebody else in completely different fields. For example, Sachin Tendulkar, his excellence in batting has affected only a few batsmen, but how he became an excellent sportsman, an excellent batsman and cricketer, if it is translated through economics into a process, it can have a synergistic impact on the entire population of the country, if not the world. And that kind of growth, synergistic growth, where everybody learns from everybody else and develops continual learning and excellence in a particular domain, will lead to all-round growth of society, of our nation, so that we will not just be militarily or economically a superpower, but we will truly be a nation that is growing continually. It is the visions like this, ideas like that, that need to be transferred to millions of minds so that everyone becomes a little developed, a little better. The principle of economics is yearning, learning, earning. Today, straight away, parents and teachers and others, peers also, are focusing straight away on how I can earn a 5-figure salary. And that short circuits the entire process of excellence. Instead, it should be yearning, the yearning for excellence. That is what is meant by passion. A passion for development of my talents, my abilities, and my skills to its highest excellence. When we have that kind of passion, it will automatically lead to an accelerated pace of learning. That spirit of passion, the passion will work from within the human being, and it will eventually lead to earning not just in monetary terms, but in social terms, in various indices, in development of every sector, in terms of creativity. I will conclude by leaving another thought process. As the Chancellor was saying, how do we create change when everything seems to be going negative in different fields? And I shared with him that there is a thought process which I've evolved, which a student from VIT, ironically, 10 years ago wrote to me that, sir, I have never met you, but I have seen your website, eqthinking.com, and I think it is the most powerful weapon on earth. And with that, I was able to pass 4 levels of elimination interviews for a blue chip company like TCS. And each chairman sent a note to the next chairman saying, this boy is so good, we must take him into a company. And he went on to excel in the last 10 years, even in the software industry, as a project leader and manager in US and other places. The principle is very simple. The entire thought process of mankind, whatever is written in the Thirukural or any of our other books which we honor, has been boiled down or brought down to 2 simple principles: be at it and beat it. Be at it, beat it. Be at it is be positive continuously. Beat it is beat negative continuously. It is like breathing in oxygen, it is positive. You're being at it positively. And beating it is beat negative continuously. You cannot do two continuous processes, so you alternate these two processes. The breathing in is one process, which is be at it positive, and beat it is the negative. Beat the negative. Every one of us is struggling with negatives every day. There are challenges in our environment. And this beat it process will enable us to turn that negative into a positive through a negative negative. Like we are throwing out carbon dioxide, we will also turn that negative into a positive. And it can be used to deal with anger. So Mr. Arbudam was talking about, the phenomenon of women and others. They communicate more. It is true. That can be a positive process. By giving content, which can be delivered, the fastest means of communication, as you rightly said, is women, not internet. If the women are educated, automatically society will change. And that's why on Women's Day yesterday, I said women does not mean woe to man, it means wonder of man. And they are also the womb of man. And a nation and a society which deals with the tears and fears of women will ironically produce the best of men also. And a society that is developing at a fast pace. So with this EQ thinking thought process, you can transform every human being. It is a software for the human mind. Just like Microsoft is a software for the computer, this is a software for the human mind. It is a binary command system, yes, no, where you strengthen your yeses or strengths and you negate your negatives and turn it into a source of strength. I once again thank the management of the VIT and also the editor of the Weekend Leader, a wonderful positive journalism paper, for having given me this occasion to share these moments of learning from Mr. Arbudam and his wonderful experience over 4 decades and sharing my small thoughts with you. Nandri, vanakkam.